guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out with Julie, and I'm going to do a resin pour today. I'm so enjoying these resin coasters. Now, all of my recent coasters have been quite dark. Even though I tried, this one was pretty light. Even though I tried to make them a bit lighter, they ended up being quite dark. So what I'm going to go for is try again, try and get more of a transparent look, like a really delicate, pretty sort of a look with a clear, hopefully a clear center. I've mixed up my resin. I'm using the Barnes Clariti. It's a 1 part, what's this one? 1 part B to 2 parts A. So I've mixed it up here. I've got 400 grams. And I think that should be enough for 6 coasters. I made this. Look at this. I have done a couple of these how-to videos on how to make the coasters. So I'll link the video if you want to see how I made them. But these are a little bit bigger. They're not quite so bendy, you know, in and out and in and out and in and out. I just thought, when I was drawing these up, I thought, yeah, that looks right. And then when I actually saw them, I thought it's a little bit too sort of pronounced. So this one's a little bit more softer. Right, let's just get to it. I want to do like a white and cream. I don't have cream. I'm gonna have to find out where I can get some cream from. This one's called Pink Pearl. It's kind of a creamy color. I'll mix it up, and if it's too pink, I'll add a tiny little bit of the golden sand. So I want to just get a cream and then a white. So these two are by Pixie Dust Pigments. And then I've got a white called Pearl White by Artie Sue. And I'll add a little bit of Pinata white alcohol ink to that. And then I went and got some gold leaf flakes yesterday. Woohoo! I'm going to use some of that. And then I'm going to edge them in the Model Master Gold when they dry. So let's just get started, shall we? I want to keep these as transparent as I can. Just move that out of the way. So try not to put too much in. About that. And we'll see what it looks like when it's mixed up, hey? I may have to add some of that sand. So I'm going to put, say, 1/2 cup to start with. I don't want a lot of colour. I want to use a lot of clear. So we'll see what that looks like. This one is going to be my white. So same again, I don't need a lot. Pearl, like that. You can always add more, I guess, if you need to. And let's fill that up halfway. So both of these have got half full. I've got a cup of clear. And then these gorgeous creatures, they kind of fly away. Look at it. Oh my gosh. So this is going to be for the center. I assume that they just all break up when you stir them. I don't want to break them up too much, and I'm not quite sure how much to put in there. It was expensive. My gosh. Oh, everything's expensive, isn't it? Get off. I don't know how much to put in. There we go. Less is more, hey? I guess we can always add some more. It looks more than it is at the moment because it's kind of all loose in there. Oh, there's bits everywhere. Ah, it's flying around everywhere. Okay, so just put a little bit in there, and we'll turn that into like a bit of a paste, I think. All right, so I'm just going to pause you for a minute while I mix these, and I'll be back. Now this pale pink pearl, It's looking a little bit too pink for my liking, so I am going to add just a touch of this sand just to see if I can tone the pink down. Add a little bit at a time. May just have to deal with the fact that it's going to be slightly pink. Yeah, I'm going to have to get online and see if I can find a cream. Maybe a tiny little bit more. Oops, dropped too much back. There we go. See how that goes. It's never going to be cream, obviously. You know, it's got pink and kind of a goldy colour, but that looks better anyway. At least it's more on the goldy tone, which I think will be nice. So that's that one. I'm going to put 3 drops of alcohol ink into the white. So I've probably got about 3/4 of a cup of the white and my cream colour. 1, 2, 3. See how that goes. I don't want to do too much. I think you just get a nice, well, hopefully, I'm hoping to get nice effects from having different medias in here, like a mica powder with a bit of alcohol ink, and then the clear resin. I'm hoping that it will make nice little patterns. Okay, so there we go. Now I will just zoom you in. Will I zoom you in? Just a touch. Just so that you can see. Okay, that focused. Right, oh my gosh. I was saying to myself, I must try and make my videos shorter, but I don't know. I just don't know how to. I don't know what I can cut out. All right, let's do this. Oops, that's still got a little bit of mica floating around on top. So I'm going to go with the darkest one on the outside first, a little bit around the outer edge, and then the white, and then I'll fill it up with clear and then put some gold in the center. So let's just a little bit. I don't want to overdo my color. As I said, I want to try and go for that little transparent center if I can. I always seem to put too much in when I'm going for transparent center. I guess I can always add more afterwards, you know, to the outer edge if I choose to. Now, I've never used this new mold of mine, so this is exciting. I really love the shape. So the other two that I made, the first one I actually threw in the bin. It was too small and the edges were too sort of wobbly. So I've got the second one that I made and then this one, but I think this is my favorite. You know, I think you get better as you go through and you try things. You do get better, don't you? You learn. Probably just going to have enough. It's a little bit left. I'll just fill in those gaps there. Oops, you're going a bit wonky. Why are you going wonky? I don't know. Hopefully it'll straighten out with the weight of it. I've got a bit of a mound there. All right, let's move on. Hopefully that'll sort itself out. Oops, I missed a bit over there. Get in there. Oops, you've missed a bit too. I don't know why it's going a bit wonky. It must be because I've joined my rings there, maybe. I don't know. All right, now I'm just going to pour the white into the middle. Just do a little bit first to make sure I've got enough to go around. And then I'll pour the clear into the middle of that. It's raised there. What can I put on that? I don't know that I can put anything on that actually. I do need to put something on it though, don't I? What can I use? I don't know. Actually, what about, just going to put a little blob of silicone underneath. See if I can stick it down. No, it's not working. Oh dear. No. I'll try and get it off. Alright, we're just going to have to deal with the fact that that's going to raise. I don't know why. Okay, see, this is why my videos are so long, because I get distracted and do stuff in the middle of my video. Anyway, let's keep going. That one's doing it too. Actually, you know what I might do for the next time? You know, I'm talking again. I might actually cut each one out so it's its own little entity. Because I didn't realize they were kind of lifting where I've joined the two molds together. Right, so that's the end of my white. So I could do that. They don't have to stay on this baking sheet, do they? I could cut them all out. So I think I'll do that. This is another little experiment here. Hopefully the coasters will still work out, even though, you know, it's got that raised area there. Maybe once they're full, they might behave. All right, let's pour some clear in. Whoops, shouldn't have done that. Clear in. I have got more clear in my cup here, my big cup. I'm hoping it's going to be enough. Oh, look at the pretty patterns. Okay, here we go. Clear. Actually, you've missed a bit on the edge there. Actually, maybe the when I pour the clear in, it'll push that cream colour out. Sneak you in there, look. Sneak you in. And same with you. Oh, I hope I've got enough for you guys. Hope I got enough clear. Look, it's just about gone now. Oh, maybe 400 wasn't quite enough. I was going to make up 1.5 batches, and I thought, no, I don't need that much, so I made it 1 1/4 batches. Just going to use up all this that I've got left. Okay, that's it. It's all gone. Right, now, I've got a tiny bit of clear left, but I want to keep some of that to put on top of my gold if I need to. Some of the pieces of gold are quite like thick, they stick together, so I'm going to try and break them up a little bit so you don't get big blobs of it. I don't know if I've got too much here or not. Let's just pour some in. Oh, look how pretty it looks. Let's pour a little bit into the center of each. And try not to drop it into the side. It's got to stay in the middle. I guess that slightly golden edge is matching my golden center, hey? It's kind of a a creamy gold. Now see that? That's a big blob there. I kind of need to break it up. I think I've made up too much gold. And you got to be careful it's not going to be poking out through the top either. Oh, made up too much. So less, I think less is more. You know, you don't want to be adding too much. I'm going to put a little bit, I've only got a tiny little bit of clear left over, but I want to put a tiny bit of clear just over the top of each one, if I've got enough. Just to kind of break it up like that. See that? Have I got enough? Otherwise I'll have to mix up a little bit more real quick. Just want to break it up a little bit. Please be enough. Oh, it's looking really pretty, you guys. It's working. It's looking really pretty. So see how it's just broken that up a little bit? Yay, it's working. Scraping everything out, get as much as I can. See, there's a blob there. I think I just used a bit too much of the gold. Now I can see that a couple of them could actually do with maybe a little bit more. So I'll just be very careful and just get a little bit more just to, and I'll get the little pieces that aren't all kind of stuck together. So I think it's best to, you know, start with maybe a little bit less. Just try and break up those clumps a bit. And yeah, you can always add a bit more. I obviously made up a little bit too much of the gold. You can do with a little bit more, can't you? Yeah. Oh, wow, it's looking really pretty. I hope I haven't gone the opposite way and gone too transparent now. You need to break up a little bit. Yes, you do. So just trying to even them all out a little bit so that they've got a similar amount of gold in the center. You still could do with a little bit more. Yes, you could. I don't mind if it sort of breaks up a little bit, spreads out. See, the good thing about this gold leaf, it's not going to go like in a big clump like the gold glitter does. So it's going to look really pretty from the top and the bottom because it's kind of just being suspended in the resin. How's that? Is that enough? Yeah, so it's kind of just floating there in the resin. Okay, so that outer edge, that gold, is kind of floating in, isn't it? Now I'm going to give you a torch. I think that's enough of the gold leaf. Let me wipe my hands first before I touch my torch, otherwise my torch gets covered in resin. I will have a little play with it later and just make sure that everything, all these gold is actually under the surface because I don't want anything poking out. So this is where I wish I had a little bit more clear because I could just, maybe I can make up just a tiny bit. No, I probably can't, can I? Can I? I don't know. I just don't want, I can see how it's kind of poking through the surface there. Not sure if I can. I mean, it'll only take me 5 minutes to mix up a tiny bit more and then I would pour it over the top of the gold. But I probably can't because see how the gold on top, not that gold, this one, my cream, it's all kind of coming into the center already, so I probably can't add anything else. Actually, what I could do, because these aren't full, these coaster molds aren't full, when it's set, I could just pour a little bit of clear over the top, couldn't I? And that would just cover up any of these little stray bits of gold that are maybe poking through the surface. So that's an option, because I haven't filled these up totally. Now the Barnes Clariti, and it's called Clariti for a reason, it is really clear. When you mix it up, there's hardly any bubbles. You don't have to put it in a water bath or anything like that, you know, to thin it or to have less bubbles. It just does have less bubbles. That's one good thing I really like about it. So it's a pity I've got so much gold leaf left. All right, let's take you down for a bit of a close-up, and we'll see what these guys look like. I mean, I know I did say I wanted something pretty and delicate and, you know, transparent. I'm hoping they're not going to be too much so. But look, I can always do it again and put maybe more darker on the edge. But I find that if I put more darker on the edges, it just goes into the middle and then I'll lose my clear center. So probably won't do that. All right, let's go down for a close up. Oh, look at it shine, you guys. Look at it. Look at it shimmering away there. Get that cup out of the way. Just going to change to my other magnification. I think it looks better. I've got these three little pictures on my screen and I can change the magnification. See how the top colour's all being pulled in? I'll just have to wait and see what it looks like. Hopefully it'll still be pretty. But that, the gold leaf, it's really pretty, isn't it? I got the gold leaf from Eckersley's. I went in after work yesterday and got that. Just trying to see if I can pick up more of a shimmer, but not really. In the light tomorrow. So what do you think? Oh, I'm loving it so far. Let's hope that the center stays nice and transparent. Alrighty. Oh, I think it's that ring light. I do need the ring light for better lighting, but it's annoying sometimes when I'm trying to photograph. Alright. Oh, I'm excited. I think what I will do is put the clear coat on. This dries pretty quick, so I can do it in a few hours. Do you want to see that? No, you probably don't need to see that. All right, and I'll see you tomorrow for the demolding. See you then. Hey guys, I'm back and I'm so excited. Oh, I kept looking at these all yesterday afternoon, seeing if they've changed. Now, you can see that I have cut them out of their plastic cookie sheet. I just thought it was easier to just you know, manage them if they were cut out. So I did that. I just snipped around the silicone sheet and now I've got individuals. So yeah, so that's them there. Look at that. Might just do it on this zoom here. Now, I'm afraid that light is just behind me. Well, actually, it's just to the side there. It's a cold, rainy, overcast day today. And I just don't have good light, so unfortunately I've got that ring light. So that's it there. All right, without further ado, let's get these out. Now, as you may remember, this is my first time using these molds that I've made. So I'm pretty excited to see how they're going to come out. I've got my glove on because I don't want to touch the tops because I love these. I reckon these are my favourites so far. And look, it's coming out. So that's just the silicone mat underneath. Now these little coaster sets here, silicone molds, I should be able to use these over and over again because, oh, this is my favourite shape. Look at that. We'll get to the coaster in a minute, but that's the silicone mold. Hey, cool. Right, let's look at this baby. Oh, see that there? That's where I had that little bit of a mound where the coaster, the mold wasn't sitting exactly flat, but that's okay. All right. Oh, look, it's a little bit transparent, you guys. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. Oh, look at that. Just got a ever so slight touch of gold coming through there. I've got a little bit of sanding to do. It's really not bad, is it? So I'll just probably use this nail file or emery board and just sand those little edges there because there's really not much to it. All right, let's look at the back, shall we? Oh, there's more white on the back. And look at this area here. See how it's a little bit thinner there? That's where that piece was going up. If I sell these, maybe I'll just sell a set of 4 and not sell this one. I guess I could fill that. No, I won't bother. But yeah, look at that. Much prefer the front, I must say, because we've got all this beautiful effects there. I have bought from eBay those little rubber bumpers to put on the back. So I'll probably put 4 on the back of that, and then that will definitely be the back. So that's that one done. Pop him up there. All right, I better get a wriggle on, hey? Otherwise you guys are going, come on, hurry up, woman. All right, let's go. I'll go a little bit faster with this one, now that I know that they should pop out really easily. Oh, I'm so impressed with my little silicone mold making effort. Oh, the other thing I didn't show you, but when I made my next coaster set after this one, I added a little bit of extra resin, and because these weren't full to the top, I just put a clear coat over the top because there was a few little pieces of gold that were poking through. I hope that's, oops, knocking the camera. Hope that's focusing. So a little bit of a sharp end there just to file off, but not too bad. Oh, love these. I reckon these are my favourites yet, you guys. Whoops. My favourites yet. I do like doing, you know, the dark coasters, but I just think that these light ones with the slight transparency are just so elegant and delicate and pretty, you know, girly. So I think I'll probably, I'll do more of these. And I could actually make them a little bit thicker, but it's all right, isn't it? It's not too bad. Oh, this one's really pretty. This one must have had more gold in it. You know, that sandy, creamy colour I was trying to make. So this one's got a little bit more of it in it, so it's got a little bit more effects there happening. Go on, focus. He says, I don't know if I'm looking at the front one or the back one. It's the problem with having the other coasters in the background. Love this one. Oh my gosh. Oh, and it's got much more white on the back. Prefer this side. Definitely prefer this side. Not sure what that ring is there. Just part of the effects. Or it could be maybe my base coat, and I'm still really new to resin. Maybe my original layer wasn't dry enough before I poured on the second coat, the clear coat, so it's kind of left a little, where I poured the puddle on and then it spread, it might have left a little mark there. I mean, I did tilt them around to get the coat to cover, so I don't know whether it's that or whether it's just part of the effects, but it's probably that. But lesson learned, wait until the first coat's dry before you put your top coat on. So yeah, still learning with every resin pour. I think I'm getting better at them. What do you think? I think I am. I think I am. All right, here we go. Another one, just like the other one. Now, what do you think of the shapes that I've made? Oh, look, they just come out so easily. I have ordered, you know, coaster molds from, I got some from just Amazon and some from Just For You online, UK, but it's probably been 3 or 4 weeks. They haven't arrived yet. Everything's just taking so long. That's why I thought I need to make my own. And these were really cheap to make. Oh, I used the cheaper, I didn't video it because, you know, you've already seen me making these. Cute little effect around there. I didn't video it, but I did use the cheaper silicone. Instead of $16 a tube, this one was only $6 a tube, so it makes a big difference in costings. Here we go. Now this one hasn't got much of the gold down here. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at them. I love them. I'm going to make these again for sure. But what do you think? I'm getting sidetracked. I'm so excited. I can't stop talking. I'm just babbling now. What do you think of my shape? My coaster shape. I like it. See, the previous one was a little bit too like wobbly, I guess. And I really, really like that gold leaf in the middle. I can't believe I only just bought gold leaf. Look at these effects. And I've got some silver as well, so I want to do some a pale blue, like a baby blue. I really want to do some of these pale ones with a bit of transparency, so you're going to be seeing a few of those coming through. Last one. Nearly done, you guys, sorry. Taking me a while, but you know, this is the first time I've seen them out, so I'm just excited. And they pop off nicely, really easily, and I can use those again and again. Look at that. Oh my gosh, so pretty. So it's going to take me a little while to you know, file all the little edges, but they're not too bad, really. They're really not too bad, because I smoothed them with my finger dipped in the soapy water with the when I was making the mold, so the edges are pretty smooth. And if there is a bit of a rough look, it just adds to the natural look of it, doesn't it? Oh my gosh, so pretty. Right, so that's them. Let's have a little peek at them. Bring them a little bit closer. And I haven't decided yet if I want to use my gold Krylon leafing pen or whether or not I might use the Model Master. There's a lot of edges to do, and I'll probably use up the whole pen just doing this set. Or maybe not, but this is expensive. This is about $26. This, I can't remember, it certainly wasn't that, maybe $5 or $6 made by testers. So anyway, I'm going to sand these and I'll take some nice photos, and yeah, stay tuned for the finished product. See you soon. Good morning, everybody. As you can see, I've done the edging on most of my coasters. I've left half of this one just so I could show you what I was doing, because I thought maybe you'd be interested. So I have used this Krylon 18K, I'm just trying to pick it up for you, gold leafing pen. Really, really easy to use. You just have to give them a really good shake. When you get it, it'll have a white nib. I can focus it, yeah, it'll be white, and you have to kind of push it and get the ink to come down. So that's it there. Right, let's get started. Now I've got a glove in this hand because I'm holding the coaster and I don't want to get any fingerprints on it because it was only done, well, I poured the top coat on yesterday and then I did the pour the day before that. So it's looking really pretty. I love it. I actually really like my edges. They're not as straight and flat as you know, a bought, oh, why won't it focus, a bought coaster mold. You know, they've got that little indentation here and there, and I just think that's really nice. So you just have to push on your pen like that to get it started, and then it's just a matter of colouring in. Go along your edges. Make sure that you're holding it like that, so you're not sort of touching wet paint with your gloves. This gold is just gorgeous. I think it's my favourite. It's probably the most expensive way to do it because these pens are, well, in Australia they're about $26. But wow, it's a beautiful gold, and it's so easy to apply because you're just colouring it in. Oh my gosh, why won't you focus? It's looking at those ones in the background saying, I think I'll focus on you rather than the foreground. Anyway, let's just get this done, and then I'm going to, yeah, see, it's looking, I do that and it looks at the background ones. I'll have to keep it here. Trials of videoing. So yeah, I'll finish this and then I'll set up a little photo shoot so that you can see the finished product. So once you've done your edges, you need to do your top rim. Well, I prefer to anyway. Work out which is going to be the top and which is going to be the bottom. If you want both sides to be used, you might want to paint the top rim as well as the bottom rim. But in this case, I mean, it's pretty, but it's not as pretty. Where's that? There's a hair attached to me. It's not even one of mine. I've got blonde hair. All right, so that's the side done. Now the next thing we're going to do is very carefully just put your nib of the pen half on. So if I can show you, half on and half off like that. See? And then you just follow that little raised area and try and do it while I'm watching through the screen as well as watching what I'm doing. Oops, we've lost it again. And I don't like the rim to be very thick. I actually don't like that word, rim. I don't like the edge, the top edge, to be very thick. Isn't it funny, we have words that we just don't like, hey? And that's one of them. Okay, here we go. Follow that top edge around. It's pretty easy to do, much easier than trying to use a paintbrush, for instance, to go around that top section. Just takes a bit of practice, you know, you'll get there. Once you start, it's just pretty fast, just to keep going. And you just have to keep turning it. But I think that one is done. Whoops. There we go. Really pretty, just a little bit of gold on the edge there like that, hey? It's gorgeous. So, and then I just put them down on my tray there to dry. It's just got some non-stick baking paper on it. Put your lid back on and let them dry like that. And then I'll see you soon for the finished product.